Ah yes, I see some talk about Ysera. Still sitting nice and pretty in my collection. A testament to, well, Ysera cheerleader basically. I dream of being as legendary as the Ysera. Here we go.
Your soul shall be mine for Doomhammer.
Warlock. I'll keep the Lightning Storm against this class. It's a pretty good in hand.
I greet you. Greetings, friend.
Some of you early folks may have noticed that on my Twitch, in the info below, my excellent and brilliant graphic designer, aka myself, has changed it up.
Elements guide me.
Interesting. Coins Fairy Dragon taps on 2. Maybe not as aggressive as the usual Warlock deck then. The Fairy Dragon tends to be an aggressive card. Excellent, another card too. Axe.
Elements guide me.
Good to get the start on the Warlock.
Why do you call?
He might have just had a bad start,
Why do you call?
which means his hand is full of finishers.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
Oh yes, I'm reminded that in my FAQ on my Twitch channel I should be putting what in the world this free-to-play thing means. Because I've got the Azure Drake and the Lightning Storm, and oh my gosh, is this a gold mana tide totem? What is this?
Elements guide me.
Alright, Gadget, Earthshock seems pretty good. Ogre is also pretty good. Or maybe Ooze Totem Earthshock. Ooh.
I wonder.
Getting more guys out for the Flame Tongue Totem is helpful. And the Mana Tide Totem, it can be a fighter. I like this buy. It loses some Gadgetzan Auctioneer value, but this isn't exactly a fight about value. It's rare to be able to play the Mana Tide Totem.
Put this apple on your head.
Bring me steel. Bring me steel.
Let's see. When did I start?
I wonder.
So the Ooze is gonna kill one of these guys. Knife Juggler. Oh right, Lightning Storm, of course. So 3, 5, 7. (50/50) of killing the Thingamajiggies. Missed both of them. A shame. I'm in excellent shape anyways.
Well played.
I feel icky.
As expected, his opening hand was full of powerful quote-unquote cards. Which I think he's discarded 2 Power Overwhelming so far. So he had a very slow start, which likely leads to my victory.
You win.
Ooh.
I must protect the wild. For Doomhammer.
An inspiring hand, but this game tends to be more about the late game. On hands, overkill in the lightning department.
My greetings.
Who's versus Totem? That's not obvious. Eh, it's not that unobvious. He doesn't have a great turn either. This would be a great turn to have gotten a unbound elemental given all the overloads I've got here. Alright, if he lets the Wrath of Air totem slip by, I could get extra value from the Aggro Drake.
What to do?
Even if he kills the acidic swamp ooze, I can Stormforged Axe instead. So I'm gonna go the slightly greedy route. The slight value route, more like it. Since the next turn, playing Aggro Drake, coin Lightning Bolt is so much value. Lightning Bolt trading with a Yeti. That's really good. The Taunt Totem makes it so that he has no choice but to fall into that plan, generally. I mean, if he's gonna Starfall that, it's good for me anyways. Mostly. I feel like I'm gonna have to go for the late game with this hand. So a Feral Spirit plus a Totem is fine. The 2 damage allows the Lightning Bolt to hit.
Where shall I strike?
The spell damage totem would really help here. What else would help? Neither of the other totems. So my choice is basically to Aggro Drake, which will cause this to... That seems fine. Slight risks here. But acceptable risks. Okay, everything went as planned. It's all about whether or not the, nope. This guy didn't survive. But even in this case, the Earthshock will finish off the Yeti. And I guess I'll just double Lightning Bolt this full. Does that change anything? 1 mana short. I could do the Fire Elemental on that and the Earthshock on this. That's pretty good. The Fire Elemental deals with the Druid Claw well enough. What is a good card to trade an Ancient of Lore with in a Watcher deck? Nothing. It's one of the best cards.
I've got the beast in my sight.
Cute. He's gonna put me in range of the Druid combo, which I assume he runs. So, double Lightning Bolt, Stormforged, Chillwind Yeti. I've seen a lot of Druids run, well, I've heard rumblings that Druids are running Big Game Hunter now. I guess that's a cool card to combo with it, since I actually have nothing in the deck that can normally be Big Game Hunted. Ugh.
Elements guide me.
Scary spot here. At the mercy of the Druid drawing the Savage Roar Force of Nature combo. But at least my board position is okay at the moment. It's okay. Probably going to need to send the Manatide Totem in. I don't know if I can take the 5 damage by hit. No, I can't. He hasn't used any swipes yet. That way I'd ideally get some source of 3 damage. No, actually, yeah. That's what I have to hope for. Huh. Taunts. That probably works as well, since I don't have a great answer here. Delay the problem. I could do Flame Tongue here, and then Defender. That makes this a 5/5. Problem with Defender is I'm hitting pretty bad stuff. I guess what I could do is Defender this and
What to do?
basically force a swipe. I don't want to put Taunt on the Manatide, of course.
There is little time.
There are many problems. Healing Totem, interesting. Okay, this makes this play more reasonable, since now I don't get as owned by swipe. I wanted to give more things taunt, but this'll do.
I must safeguard the land.
The good news is even the Silenced Healing Totem can do work, thanks to the Flame Tongue Totem.
I must safeguard the land.
I'm in swipe range. And he's played 0 swipes. Goodness. Well, this is going to be pretty difficult then, huh?
I wonder.
Unless I have lethal, which I don't.
Elements guide me.
Into the breach!
Oh,
Hey, give me a minute.
Oh, GG, I have to assume.
take heart.
Not yet?
Mother is near.
Who knows? Wow. Yeah. Oh, the slow roll.
The elements will destroy you. I must protect the wild. For Doomhammer.
His hand. It's okay. Turn 2 ooze, turn 3 ooze lightning bolt. It's a low risk maneuver to keep this hand, but the payoff isn't very big. Oh, and thank you to Cavalade for your gift there. Leaves a message of, "Hi Trump, I just hit legend rank 141. How about we celebrate with drinks?" I'm not much of a bar guy, I have to admit though. You can find Trump in more quiet places, doing more fun things, such as playing board games.
I must safeguard the land.
Strong play. Gnomish Inventor is fine. Dealing 2 damage to the Yeti will mean I can finish it off with 3. Unbound double lightning bolt. Seems like it could be fun. Could make it a 4/6. It's just about the same as Chill and Yeti. But I should keep the lightning bolts around and just be willing to take 4. Even though that's a good amount. Just because Unbound Elemental. Miracle Wild seems to be getting some popularity. It's interesting. So I played Twilight Imperium. It's the type of game that I sort of enjoy, but it tends to take too long. And I think that the game mechanic behind it is not that elegant, despite the rave reviews it generally gets. I have played Descent as well, the board game. Shock, great. Problem with Descent is the players I play with are too unfair. Now that's pretty good. And they typically own the bad guy as a result. I could have shocked, but this needs a better answer. Have I ever played Mage Knight? I have. I think it's one of those games which is fun for the first few, and then it starts being too formulaic. Of course, I've played Puerto Rico, the board game. That's a classic. It's a good one. I've played Android, Netrunner, and Mage Wars as well. I'm pretty familiar with these type of gameos. So I can kill the Ragnaros with the Lightning Storm and the Earthshock and the Yeti. Most likely. 2, 3, 7, 100%. I don't think I have a better way of dealing with it. In fact, I could do it with just the Lightning Storm if I got lucky with the 50-50. Nice. How I played Munchkin. It's a nice casual game. Dirty casuals.
Shields up.
That's your cup of tea. Huh, I'm actually not sure if I value the Azure Drake or the Gadgets in more. Probably the Gadgets in. I've played Small World, I've played Diplomacy, I've played Agricola, I've played Avalon, I've played Candyland, I've played Monopoly, I've played Citadels, I've played Arkham Horror.
I must safeguard the land.
There's quite a lot of great board games out there. Yep.
We hunger for vengeance.
I used to have more time to play them. I still try to make room for it. The temptation to Lightning Storm is there, but I think Earthshocking this is too good. 2, 5, 9, 3, 7, 8. I'll put the taunt on the Boulder Fist Ogre.
My shield for Argus.
It's like Earth Elemental, the replacement. Oh. Who runs that card? It's out of style. Please.
Shields up.
Devastating though. I was taking the gamble, he didn't run the card. 4/7. Don't have lethal no matter what, but it's gonna get close. Gotta hit some 50/50s ideally here. Hit one of them. I would have rather hit more than that. But still, what can you do? I'm vulnerable to the combo, but
Elements guide me.
he only has 2 cards in hand.
The breach!
And the hope is I don't get that unlucky. Even just the force of nature would be a good play here. In general. This is gonna be a close one. With that, he's removed lethal. And with that, he's taking the board advantage for now. Ugh. That's sort of like a 4/6, kind of. Oh my gosh. That combination of cards. Brutal. Ugh. The Black Knight. Well played. That's a good reason to play the Black Knight. And yet, it's a bad reason to... And yet, one would hope that the aggro forces the Black Knight out of the metagame. GG. Close one.
Watch your back.
For Doomhammer.
Huh. Weapon, spirit. Alright. Thank you, Swordplay, for your donation. Hey Trump, love the stream. What's your favorite board game and why? Well, a lot of people ask that in chat. It is conveniently in my updated FAQ on Twitch. It is Battlestar Galactica, which I enjoy very much because the games are quite variable. It's a fun social game, and I tend to like Mafia, so Battlestar Galactica, which is a game of semi-cooperative with trader elements. I like that. It may seem strange because I've denounced some fluffy games. But when the fluffy games have trader elements, I'm more okay with that. I'm not too caught up with the most recent board games. My favorite strategic board games were... Is it called that? Let me make sure. Caverna had just come out when I took my brief break from board gaming. It's like it's a game much like Agricola. Those games I do enjoy for many plays. I think playing Agricola with a really sharp crowd would be a lot of fun.
So many options.
Games such as Agricola. And thank you to Silkworm for your donation. Leaves a message of good job, Shaman.
The light protects.
Thanks. Good job, you.
This guy's toast.
Wow, this Unbound Elemental is going to be a force to be reckoned with. These things happen sometimes.
The light protects me.
My shield for Argus.
That's pretty good. Nice, I even got the 3 damage roll. Carry me, Unbound. Ah, that tickles.
Scrub.
Yeah, beat it.
Elements guide me.
Assassinate is not a commonly run card in Rogue. But I mean, you see it every here and there. I think Rogue decks have a lot of variety to them.
Dingo. Yes.
In fact, the Rogue problem is generally that they can't deal with a giant minion, since their removal tends to be all damage based. Looks like this Rogue deck was just the value Rogue deck, which unfortunately could not outvalue this crazy Unbound Elemental. These things happen sometimes.